Okay, my brain is still trying to process the straight up absurdity of what I just saw. I kind of think I need a minute. Just give me a moment to gather my thoughts. Cut to the intro. The basic premise of this film sounds really goofy when you say it out loud. A stoner discovers that he's a sleeper agent for the CIA. It sounds like something that would be a joke in either a Family Guy cutaway gag, or something you would hear on South Park in an episode where Cartman became a Hollywood executive or something. Anyway, it's only fitting that a goofy premise is given goofy execution. However, this film is not a traditional comedy, nor is it a gritty action film. It's kind of caught in that gray area somewhere in between that just leaves you unsure how to feel when you're watching it. A good chunk of the humor is based on shock and the characters' reactions to the messed up stuff that's happening around them over the course of a single night. The big thing that carries all of the things that we're seeing, and I'm talking the action, the gore, the surreal imagery, is Jesse Eisenberg's performance. He comes across as someone who's neurotic, but not incapable. Someone who has fears and anxieties, but is genuinely caring. As such, it makes his character very easy to relate to. Speaking of the action and the gore, it's done in a very over-the-top fashion akin to a Sam Raimi film or a Quentin Tarantino movie like Kill Bill or Inglourious Basterds. People get killed, or at the very least seriously maimed, but we're moving so quickly that the shock of no one really reacting to it is what makes it funny. Seriously though, this film earns its R rating. While the film as a whole was enjoyable, it did take a while for me to get into it, as the tone is a bit all over the place during the beginning. I mean, you have this scene at the jail cell that kind of starts out akin to a film like Memento, so you think, oh, it's going to be a very gritty crime drama that's going to be recreating what led to him being in this jail cell. And then the entire first act plays like a heart-wrenching drama about a guy suffering from severe anxiety disorders and debilitating panic attacks. I mean, it actually hits you really hard when he's trying to do something nice for his girlfriend, and I'm talking like Jesse Eisenberg's character, Mark Howell. He's trying to do something nice for his girlfriend, but then his panic attacks get in the way and ruin it, and it's just kind of a case of, well, dang, this is very, very heavy, being very, very serious and heavy. I mean, yeah, there's some moments of levity, but it just feels kind of like me and Earl and the Dying Girl during the first act, where, yeah, there were moments of levity, but at the end of it, it felt like a really hard, gripping drama, which is why it just made it kind of confusing for the first act. As for any of the technical aspects that stood out, it would have to be some of the surreal imagery that we see, and I'm not talking just the animated stuff during the end credits, I'm talking some of the key moments where the filmmakers decide to use the cinematography to kind of externalize the inner topsy-turvy what the hell is going on feeling that the main character is feeling, as his life has quite literally been turned upside down. And I really like how the film decided to have those moments of just surreality that kind of should give us insight into how the characters are feeling without explicitly stating it. I mean, yeah, there's some moments where he does talk about how confusing this all is, but it's done in a way that's more like witty banter rather than the bad dialogue trope of basically explaining the plot of the movie to the audience. Overall, this is an interesting film that will take you on a journey outside of your comfort zone, but will ultimately win you over with its likable lead characters and unabashedly over-the-top nature. If you like Quentin Tarantino's recent films, and I'm talking Django Unchained, Inglourious Basterds, or Kill Bill, then you'll like this film, as it's done in a very similar style, where it's telling a serious story, but the film isn't taking itself super seriously. That's the best way I can describe this film, is that it is telling a very serious story, and it doesn't pull any punches, but the film isn't taking itself super seriously that it's not letting you have fun while watching. All of that said, American Ultra gets a 4 out of 5. So that's it for this episode of Romney's Reviews. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.